I would like to share with you the famous Nasadiya Sukta. Nasadiya Sukta is a very famous hymn from the Rig Veda. It comes under the 10th mandala and it is the 129th hymn. There are many hymns in Rig Veda, more than 1000. There are 1028 hymns in Rig Veda. Most of them are the praise to the Hindu gods like Indra, Varuna, Vayu, Agni and so on. But some of the hymns are very profound. And this Nasadiya Sukta is a hymn about the creation, how that creation happened. The rishis, during their meditation, they were able to perceive that creation which happened millions of years ago, and they wrote that as Sukta. So this Nasadiya Sukta, it is otherwise known as the hymn of creation. It is very famous, and there are 7 verses in this hymn. Sukta means hymn, that's the poem, and there are 7 verses in this hymn. And today I would like to explain or share with you the meaning for the first 3 verses. And in my next video, I will explain about the other 4 verses. So the Nasadiya Sukta is a very famous Sukta from the Rig Veda. It's completely about creation. Now let us see the explanation, because this Sukta is very deep. The meanings are very profound. Without the help of the commentary of the great Acharyas, we will not be able to find the meaning of it. By reading the commentaries of the great Acharyas and by the explanation from our teachers, we are able to grasp the overall meaning of this Sukta, which I would like to share with you. The meanings are very profound, but what I have perceived from this Sukta, I will share with you. The Sukta goes like this. The Nasadiya Sukta, the name itself, is from the first word of this hymn, that is this Sukta. Nasadasi nosadasi tadani Nasadrajo no vyoma paro yat Kimavariva guhakasya sharman nambaha Kimasid gahanam gabiram, which means Nasadasi nosadasit, that is, there was no existence, and you cannot say there was no non-existence also. So there was no existence, neither was there no non-existence. It was just the period after the pralaya from the previous cycle and before the creation, so that intermediate stage, that intermediate period. There was no existence as well as no non-existence. Tadani, at that time, in that beginning. Nasad Rajo no Vyoma Paro Yatu. There was not even fine particles. No Vyoma, that is no space. If there are particles, there will be space. So there was no space, no for particles or even fine matter or nothing. Completely. And it was not emptiness also. So it was that intermediate period. Kimavariva kuhakasya shammin nambaha. Kimavariva means, what will it cover? There was nothing there, so what will it cover? Nothing. What will it cover? Sharman nambaha. There was no space above, no space below, so what will it cover? Everything was concealed. That was to emerge. Everything was concealed. Nothing was explicit. But you cannot say that is emptiness. There is something, there is no non-existence also, but there is no existence also. That was that stage at that period. Kimasi Gahanam Gaviram. What was there? Gahanam Gavira means deep, unfathomable water. Water, what they mean by water is, it is not that H2O which we know now. At that time, in that beginning period, there was not even the 5 basic elements. They were not existent then. They didn't evolve out. So what they mean by this Gahanam Gaviram. Gahanam Gaviram means deep water only, but it does not mean that H2O water. Was it that cosmic plasma or space plasma? Was it that primordial soup? Was it there? Who knows? Was it there? So that was the first verse. There was no existence, no non-existence also. Everything was covered. Everything, there is nothing to be covered. Everything was to still emerge from it. And there was deep waters. That's it. That is deep, unfathomable deep energy, or what we call as that's primordial soup. Na mrityurasit amritam na tarhi na ratraya anna asit praketah anidavadam swadhaya tadeham tasmat dhanyanna parakim janasah. Na mrityurasit na amritam. There was no mortality and no immortality. You cannot say mortality because there was no living beings or no matter or nothing. There was no immortality also because there was no beings there. So that was that stage. Na ratraya na anna asit praketah. Praketah means no sign. And ratraya means no night or day. Ahana means day. There was no divider like day or night. How will the day and night happen? And there was no sun, no earth, no moon, nothing. So there were no week, no month, no year, nothing, not the daylight or the ratri, that is night. So everything was completely, there was no time itself. At that stage there was no time itself, that it itself did not evolve out. Anitavadam swadhaya tadeham. Anitavada means without air, that is, that breathed, swadhaya, it breathed by its own power. It didn't use air or prana, it breathed by its own power. Tasma dhyanyanna parakim janasa. Other than that, nothing else existed. That implies Brahman. So Brahman, it just breathed its own power, which implies that it survived by its power. There was no air, no water, nothing, but it survived. It is not a living being like us. Brahman is not a living being like us, but that existed. Because there must be something, only then everything can come from it. Now the third verse. Tama asit tamasa gulham agne praketam salilam sarvamayidam tuchayena bhavavihinam yadasit tamasas tanmahina jayataiham. Tama asit tamasa gulham agne. Darkness was hidden by darkness, which means darkness is covered by darkness. There was only darkness, pitch darkness, which we cannot even imagine now. Because there will be some ray of light somewhere, even without electricity, there will be some ray of light. That pitch darkness we cannot even imagine now. That was completely dark. Salilam sarvamayidam, everything was completely hidden. This creation, this intelligence itself is hidden in that darkness. Tuchayena bhavavihinam yadasit. That was completely, everything was covered by darkness, and it was so hot, and from that slowly this creation emerged. Slowly, gradually this creation emerged from that darkness. Tabasas tanmahina jayateham, that seed of creation that emerged by the power of heat, because of that unfathomable heat, unfathomable darkness, from that the creation emerged. Slowly, gradually it emerged, maybe by the power of the heat, and that gradually evolved. That is explained in the next 4 shlokas, that is the next 4 verses, which we will see or I will explain in my next video. So Nasadiya Shukta is a very famous Shukta. In fact, it was written more than 10,000 years ago about the creation. It all entered in the Rishi's mind. Who knows what the Rishi had in their mind and what they perceived. And so these words are very deep. We can understand the overall meaning of it from the commentary of the Acharyas. So in my next video, I will explain about the next 4 verses of this famous Nasadiya Shukta. Thank you for watching.